value chain, then we give resources for that. So, for example, we think the Financial Inclusion Fund as a loan product would be excellent at that space in terms of testing the business. And then as we get out, we attract private sector to actually invest in the startups and free off the government. And that's our dream, to strengthen this system. Along the way, of course, we've got different players in terms of incubation, in terms of research, in terms of technology transfer, and science parks, and so on and so forth. And this is what the Innovation Agency is just trying to mainstream across government, the way we support the startup ecosystem. On the next slide, then, is our contribution towards the startup bill and the startup law as we move forward. Personally, I've put in quite a lot of time in that journey of adding value on how that document would be amazing. For us as an innovation agency, it's right at the center because it's a cross-cutting issue. And management of the data and presentation of the realities that we face is what the innovation agency is going to do. And across that is to work with different ministries. Ministry of Education is excellently placed for pipelining, building talent and skills, and introducing them into the startup ecosystem. Trade, for example, is amazingly presented for purposes of providing infrastructure, for prototyping, the KIRDIs and the CAL, and so forth. And as you move up, here is ICT, facilities and infrastructure, and so on and so forth. So we all have a role to play. Last but not least, then we think this is where we to sort out our incentives. The second last slide is the Global Innovation Index. So I've had an opportunity to spend some time. This is the mechanism globally now used for ranking the competitiveness and innovativeness of countries. It requires submission of data. It comes from different stakeholders. There are many constructs that are used for the Global Innovation Index. Your Excellency, I'm really hoping we're going to mainstream this Global Innovation Index as an effective way of measuring our progress. And sadly, though, the last 3 years, the country has lost ground. We started off with position 86 in 2020, we are 100. You ask me why? I went to Geneva specifically to study, and I learned a couple of things. Submission of data, in national coordination, having focal institutions that manage this, and we have had our own challenge. But we've taken initiative since then. I spoke to the CS, and we've developed a cabinet memo that will provide guidance on how we'll do a multi-ministerial approach to address this. We've put it in our target on this master plan that you launched, that we want to move from number 100. In 10 years, we have to be less than 50, top 50. And how to do that, the CAB memo will guide. And we look forward that as it comes, we will get the support that we need to pull together as a team. That should be my last slide, unless there is one. Now, we're going to be at the Kenya Innovation Week on the 25th of November 2024. So, Your Excellency, we're inviting you again as a way of continuing to champion the energy of the youth as we convert into ideas, into commercial value. This is what we did last year. We had over 8,500 participants at the KRW. It was an amazing 5 days. We had lots and lots of resolutions, and many of those things now we are working on them, informed by what the stakeholders wanted. There were countries in attendance, exhibitors in attendance, and organizations. So what about 2024? We are planning, sir, for an Africa edition. We've realized that this is an opportunity to think inward. So we're planning, the next slide says, we're here for 2024 Kenya Innovation Week on the 25th of November, and we're on an Africa edition, and all of you will be there. Thank you very much.
Asante sana, Tony. Your Excellency, we're going to move straight into the presentation of awards to the winners. As Tony has indicated, I already did the award to the 30 county winners at the Innovation Week last November. And so, Tony, I think in honor of all the 30, I will ask you to read that roll of honor before His Excellency the President, and then we'll climax this with presentation of the checks to the 3 top innovators, the 3 top winners of the inaugural Presidential Innovation Challenge and Award. We can do, maybe we'll do an intro. Yes, we'll do an intro. Actually, you can be putting that together as we do the check presentation. So may I ask for the dummy checks, please? The dummy checks are ready. Yes. And perhaps, Tony, before we do this, you want to present to His Excellency the awards won by the agency. if we could do that quickly. If you could just hold the checks for a moment.
First runners up.
Okay. Yes. Yes, we have the 3 awards. Pauline, if you could present those 3 awards here, please. Yes, those ones. Your Excellency, this agency is growing and doing very well across the continent. Chairman, you'll take the honor of doing that. Which one do we start with? This one?
Okay. Yeah, thanks very much, Your Excellency. This is a wonderful award that was given to us by the World Angel Investors Forum as the most promising innovation agency in Africa.
Very good. Congratulations.
Thanks very much.
Presents the award. Yes.
Okay, so it came to the World Business Angel Investment Forum.
Yes.
Oh, very good. Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. We have a couple of other awards. Chairman, if you could explain this quickly.
Okay. So,
Startup Ecosystem Builder Summit.
yes, Your Excellency, this one was awarded to us by the African Startup Ecosystem Builders that recognize the Kenya Innovation Week 2023 that you gladly graced as the most important event of the year in Africa.
Thank you.
And finally, this one, Your Excellency, also from the African Startup Ecosystem Builders that recognize the Kenya National Innovation Agency as a government initiative for startup that is extremely promising in Africa.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. Let us give the Kenya another round of applause. And on that note, I'm going to ask the first runners-up, our third best innovation.
I'll just read them out. Second runners-up is from Kiambu, Agritech Analytics, Marianne Gishanga. Why don't you put our hands together for Marianne? Agritech Analytics has created a crop and soil management tool that leverages on all-powered satellite imagery.
Makofi for Marianne and Kiambu County. And the second?
First runners-up is Kajiado Sangris by Eli Savatia. It is an assistive technology startup utilizing AI, computer vision, and automated 3D technology to interpret text and speech, creating lifelike sign language aviators with real-time precision.
Marianne has walked away with 2 million Kenya shillings and Ellie 3 million Kenya shillings. And
we have
to the winner.
We have the overall winner from Makueni, Bonafric Energy Limited by James Nyamai. And this is an innovative technology addresses food security challenges by efficiently dehydrating farm products year-round or overcoming the limitation of conventional solar dryers. Thank you.
And James walks away with 5 million Kenya shillings. Your Excellency, this is actually part of that startup ecosystem, and we believe that this should be able to ignite these young innovators to start their journey, not just in innovation, but all the way to entrepreneurship. And now at this point, we want you to interact with His Excellency the President for a few minutes before he addresses you. You got something to tell my boss? You can have a word with His Excellency, you can ask a question, you can share a thought, you can tell him something about your journey in innovation, and then we'll invite him to speak to you. Anybody want to go first? Okay, this guy here.
You can come to the front. Excellent. Sorry, thank you.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, and our able CS, our protocol observed. I'm Loro Emmanuel from Turkana County. I had an innovation on climate change, dealing with deforestation in Turkana County so that we can we can stop deforestation in Turkana. Your Excellency, what I'm requesting on behalf of my great innovators is that, Your Excellency, you can give us opportunity and also streamline the issue of funding so that when we go to apply for opportunities in the Ministry of Youth, so that we can get that funding. And Your Excellency, we salute you for the great work you are doing for young people. Young people are the agent of the change. If we can't invest in our youth, there is no country in Kenya. Your Excellency, I really appreciate standing here all the way from Turkana. I really appreciate it. And allow me to recognize my governor. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Asante sana. Your Excellency, do you want to respond?
Thank you very much, Emmanuel. I'm going to... is it Emmanuel, right?
Yeah, Emmanuel.
Yeah, thank you very much, Emmanuel. You've talked about funding. It is the reason why Kenya is there. And we are in the final stages of the startup bill. That will give us the necessary space and scope for us to look at innovation, as was said here ably, from the journey from the basics all the way to accessing the market. In between, we will have research, we will have cases of testing, whether it works, whether it and how best it can work. And so I think the horizon is very promising. I agree with you that many innovators require capacity, require financial capacity, require technical capacities, and sometimes they don't come cheap. And therefore it is important for us to provide an ecosystem where there is sufficient support, technical support for our innovators, financial support for our innovators, and see them, walk them through the journey until they become viable enterprises, viable businesses, and contribute to creation of jobs and creation of wealth. So I think we are very much aligned, Emmanuel. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Excellency. I'll take another one. Where are the girls? Let me take you, Gillian. Gillian, come.
Hi, Your Excellency.
Hello.
Everyone else, how are you?
Fine.
My name is Atieno Nyangaga. I am a public service intern. I remember on the 31st of March, you actually told us in your speech at KICC that we should not shy away from giving our ideas whenever we have an opportunity to. And when the Presidential Innovation Award Challenge came up, I did not hesitate to give my idea. I had an innovation on reimagining the intellectual property landscape. We know Kenya, we have a lot of ish about the intellectual property landscape. So we are simplifying licensing, we are fortifying protection, and we are expanding the platform to monetize intellectual property. Your Excellency, it's not easy for you to accommodate innovation as building blocks as you deliver the plan. So we really appreciate your bold effort to take this up and support us. So I can dare you, if the Cabinet Secretary did 500,000, you can do more. Thanks, sir.
Thank you. That is Gillian, Your Excellency, from Homa Bay County. From Homa Bay County. Allow me to just interrupt you by asking one of our partners, Geoffrey Kilonzo, from Plug Mtaani, to also say something. You are playing a key role as a master trainer with the International Labour Organization. Very briefly, Geoffrey.
Thank you. Your Excellency, the President, CS, and all the other guests. Good afternoon. I think it's afternoon already. My name is Geoffrey Kilonzo, and Your Excellency, we were privileged to host you during the Youth Connect to award you the Plug Mtaani winners. We had a booth because we ran a similar program last year where we had 15 counties, and actually Eli was our winner for Plug Mtaani. And quite a number of them here also participated. Now, we're here because we have realized through the CEO that we're running almost like similar programs. We're looking for areas of synergy. One of the areas of synergy is capacity building and training. International Labour Organization offers a very strong program called Start and Improve Your Business, which walks the innovators or startups from ideation to packaging that idea into a business plan and then improving the program, their business, actually up to the expansion. So with Kenya National Innovation Agency, we want to see how we can have the pre-awards program and an accelerator program after the awards, so that we also track the progress of the youth. We don't want to have awards that have no track of the success or the impact, actually. So we're going to train those that want to start, because there are so many who want to get into the space of entrepreneurship, but they have the understanding of what innovation is. But they have an understanding of how to come up with a sustainable and a scalable business. So that's what we come in to do, train them, and then after they get the money, we hold them through mentorship. And mentorship is key because we have trainers all over. ILO has trainers, more than 5,000 in Kenya right now. And we want to work with these young people, make sure that their business is turned, and we can tell a 10-year story of success, or if much more importantly, as an enterprise that will never collapse to 50 years. So we are delighted to be here, and thank you for supporting the youth, and also thank you for being supportive. I remember the word you said when you came to our stand. You said, stick to that capacity building and training thing. That's the word you gave, and we are very keen on it. We don't want to just give out money. We want to capacity build the youth. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you.
Asante Geoffrey. Thank you, Geoffrey. Your Excellency, that synergy building is important for us, just making sure that we break down silos, we connect dots, and we build on the capacities of all our partners. Let me take one more, right there. Yes.
Yes, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya and the Commander-in-Chief, our able Minister, our Cabinet Secretary for Youth Affairs and Sports, our CEO, who has also facilitated us to make sure that this process is conducted as well. Good evening. Yes, my name is Samuel Bob Mugire. I represent the home city of the President, Uasin Gishu County, of which I deal with climate change, and is my longtime friend. That's when I come up with this, how I will help the President to gab these 15 billion trees and as well conserve the environment as well. So because I had this idea, I came up and ensured that I see what youth most like, and I found that youth mostly like maybe art. That's when I come up with what something called Panda logo, in which you must buy a tree first, plant it for you to get a service, be it a tattoo, a printing, anything of your choice. So, and we have done it well in Uasin Gishu. If you go every part, they know me as Panda Logo. They see me, they call me Panda Logo. And thank you very much, Mr. President, for ensuring that we have this platform, because it's our ambition for a very long time to have a president who will listen to us and make sure that our ideas are put on table and we actualize them maybe all over the place in this Republic of Kenya. And Mr. President, lastly, I want to thank you for everything. In fact, the major problem we have in the field, I must tell you this because I've seen it. It is maybe we as climate action activists, maybe I can call it like that, is like the NEMA part, they don't take part in this policing. Maybe even youth are not well informed in climate, say, maybe activities like planting trees. The danger awaits us if we are not going to have this, maybe this disaster maybe come to controlled now. I can well put it like that. So it is policing, and quite a number of us, we have come to confirm to you that we are going to make this enter in every part and ensure that youths are aware about the innovations that even if they have, we are not better than, maybe there's some people who are in the villages, they have this information, but they don't know how to get the platform. And we are going to make sure that we facilitate the information to the people and ensure that everything goes well. Thank you very much.
Asante sana. Your Excellency, allow me to ask Mr. Gavin Gao, one of our partners from Hawaii, to say a word to conclude this session.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. Good afternoon, everybody. So it's a great honor for me to attend this function, and also for Huawei. We are proud of work together with Kenya together to support the local innovators. So for Huawei, we already have the project like digital truck, and also ICT competition, and also ICT academy. So by Your Excellency, your guidance from this year, we will work with also the CS of Ministry of ICT. We together to do the the G2Me labs and also the digital hubs. So we promise Your Excellency, Huawei will do more support and contribution for this country to help all the innovators and also the excellent students to get the great the achievements. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you, Gao.
Thank you.
Your Excellency, I want one of these young people to invite you to talk to us. And so I'm going to ask you to come and have the honor to invite His Excellency the President to address us. And before you invite His Excellency, you can tell him something.
Yes.
Sendio, up close.
Thank you. His Excellency, Republic of Kenya, President of Republic of Kenya, the CS and the CEO of Kenya, thank you so much. My name is Prima Fasi Mutua, and I support a startup in Kisumu called Mtaka, which deals with waste and helping communities sustainably manage their waste. My mind here today is to thank you. So many words have been said here today, but mine is to thank you for integrating young women. In as much integrating youth in innovation and entrepreneurship, also looking at how young women can be integrated into entrepreneurship, because you know, if you educate a woman, you're educating a whole community. So mine is to say thank you for that, and thank you for all the support that you're showing to young women, all the 30 representatives of the county here, as well as the CEO and the Kenya Innovation Team. And I now invite you to tell us or speak to us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Mutua, and please take your seats. First, let me take this opportunity to congratulate all the winners. My really best wishes to you for the outstanding performance that you have demonstrated, and you have been chosen as the people who carry the flag from different counties on an array of subjects ranging from agriculture to digital space to health to climate change. I think that was very aptly configured by the Kenya Innovation Agency. And therefore, I congratulate the winners of the 2023 Presidential Innovation Award for the sterling performance, demonstrating the innovation that innovative ideas can create startups, and that the knowledge economy creates limitless opportunity. This morning, I was signing off the housing bill here, now into law. Again, we're looking at opportunities for employment for millions of young people around the country. Already we have close to 140,000 young people working in our housing program. I'm very happy that immediately thereafter, we are having another conversation again about young people, again about creating jobs, and looking at opportunities that you can transit this from innovation to enterprises, to businesses, and to creating more opportunities for employment. I heard the CEO speak very candidly about how each and every startup is going to create 5 to 10 to 15 jobs, and that is a very welcome development. We are having the right conversation in Kenya this time round. And I'm very happy that we have been able to demystify government and to bring government from this abstract thing to being an agency of delivering on people issues, real issues, opportunities, unpacking opportunities for people to advance their knowledge, their ideas, their talents, and transiting them to opportunities, enterprises, businesses, jobs. So this is I'm very proud that we are all moving in that direction. The 2023 pilot program that I attended, part of the government's Talanta Hela initiative, focused on youth, reflecting a growing recognition of their talent and their ability to create impactful solutions for our society. I commend the ministry for leading the Presidential Innovative Challenge Awards, and I acknowledge the Kenya National Innovation Agency's efforts in implementing the 10-year master plan launched during the Kenya Innovation Week, Commonwealth Edition in November 2023. This plan guides our efforts in capacity development, funding access, infrastructure, and policy intervention, which I am very happy that we will shortly be having a conversation as Cabinet on how to unlock the space around giving Kenya the opportunity to be what we are, the best. And I'm very confident that government is we are shortly going to apply our minds and provide policy direction as Cabinet on how this is going to go forward. The pillars of this master plan align seamlessly with the bottom-up economic transformation agenda and is aimed at providing equitable opportunities for all to thrive. In this spirit, the Presidential Innovation Award stands as a testament to our commitment to support young people and foster their entrepreneurial spirit, thereby contributing to job creation, opportunities expansion, and of course, giving everybody a chance to create wealth. I hope and I am confident that as we move in this direction together, we should be able to expand opportunities in the manner that was explained by the CEO here. And therefore, I urge all our partners to join us in expanding this program, enabling more youth and innovators to participate and benefit. With increased collaboration with the private sector and development partners, we can propel our innovation ecosystem forward by providing valuable mentorship and experiences for our young people and giving examples of how these can be monetized in a meaningful, impactful way. Looking ahead, I anticipate the annual celebration and graduation of the most promising innovators and startups in Kenya Innovation Week, at the Kenya Innovation Week. However, we must also address critical areas within the Innovation Master Plan, such as the Startup Bill, which is instrumental in creating an enabling environment for innovation to flourish. And I'm confident that the stakeholder engagement that is being carried out is paramount in ensuring that this proposed legislation reflects the diverse perspectives of our society. This morning, I listened to many people who informed, through public participation, the housing law that we just signed into effect this morning. It is our belief that even the startup bill will receive ideas, will get input, will get suggestions, and also will submit memoranda to give us the widest possible participation and scope, so that as we develop the bill into law, we are properly guided by a whole of society approach. As a government, we are committed to embedding innovative mindsets across all facets of our administration. To this end, we will adopt tools like the Global Innovation Index to measure and report our progress accurately. And as I have said, Cabinet will be providing direction in that aspect. We will also continue to develop data-driven policies and benchmark our efforts internationally. We also recognize the need to enhance access to funding, to de-risk innovative ideas and scale-up startups. Programs like the Presidential Innovation Challenge and Award will play a pivotal role in this regard, providing vital avenues for funding promising ventures. Listening to my sister from Homa Bay, she said 500,000 may not get her where she wants to go. And that speaks volumes to us that we need to up our game. We need to, I think the startup bill will provide a much more predictable, space for us to be able to raise resources through our tax revenues, through our budget, and also to work with partners like the private sector people who are here and other development partners to be able to put together the quantum of resources that will drive our innovation, because we believe that the future belongs to those who have great ideas. And those great ideas can only become what they should be if they get the right mentorship, if they get the correct technical support, and if we mobilize sufficient resources to turn them from ideas, from innovations, into enterprises and into businesses, and use them to solve societal problems, but also create opportunities both for employment, but also for wealth creation. Through innovative innovations like the Hustler Fund and collaborative efforts with existing funds such as the Youth Enterprise Fund and Women Enterprise Fund, we will provide the necessary financial support to startups, and additionally, our investments in infrastructure, exemplified by projects like the G2 Labs and the transformation of the youth empowerment centers into innovation hubs by the Ministry of Youth, will further bolster our innovation ecosystem. In the space where you are sitting, I had a meeting here last week on how we are going to deliver on our last mile connectivity of internet infrastructure. We did commit that we are going to have 100,000 kilometers of fiber optic across the country. At the moment, we have only 10,000 kilometers. It is our commitment that we're going to have 100,000, and we already have put up a plan on how it's going to happen. I'm very happy to report that in the next 2 years, we will already have connected 100,000 institutions across Kenya, schools, hospitals, shopping centers, and other public spaces, to make sure that wherever you are connected to internet, because we live in a digital age where there are digital jobs, digital opportunities, digital commerce, and everything is going online. Government is going online, and therefore it becomes an imperative to have internet connectivity across Kenya. I am very confident and sure that we are making and breathing life into every item that we committed ourselves to in our manifesto, because that is how we are going to transform our country. And in our plan, young people like you guys I see here are front, left, right, and center of our plan. And I want young people in Kenya to know that for the first time, we want to balance the resources that we commit for the education, training of our young people, and resources also to guarantee them that after they get out of school or college or university, we must have an equally deliberate and robust plan on how they are going to get jobs, they are going to get opportunities to contribute meaningfully to the development of our country. I think it is not responsible for me, who preside over the affairs of our country, for me to look at, we're spending 650 billion Kenya shillings every year for the training, education of our young people. We must equally be deliberate on programs, initiatives, interventions on how these 650 billion shillings we spend, how does it inform the next phase of our economy? How do we make sure the product of the 650 billion shillings we spend every year have an opportunity to meaningfully contribute by having a clear plan on how to create jobs? So for the first time, we have a plan on how to create jobs. And we are intentional and we are deliberate about creating those jobs. Whether it is under our housing plan or our digital jobs plan or our export of labor plan or our export-led growth plan, that whole space is informed by deliberate, intentional interventions, programs that will create opportunities for young people to monetize their talent, monetize their education, monetize their skills, and meaningfully contribute to the economy of our country. So I am very proud that we are here discussing another cohort of young people about innovation and how we can drive innovation in Kenya deliberately to scale them up into not just ideas or innovations, but move them to enterprises, graduate them to businesses, mentor them, hold their hand, as somebody has said here, until they become viable entities that create jobs and create wealth. So this is the space in which we are operating, and I want to encourage Kenya Innovation Agency to continue doing what they must do, to work with us, make sure that you give no peace to Ababu na Mwamba until everything that needs to be done is done. And I am going to be available to support and to guide whenever there is a necessity to do that. So I extend my sincere appreciation to these great innovators who are here, the ministry, and our esteemed partners for their unwavering support for the Presidential Innovation Awards. And I hope to see more Kenyans, and particularly young people, benefiting from this transformative program by accessing opportunities for mentorship, opportunities for technical support, opportunities for financial support, and helping you graduate your innovations into the space that they become viable businesses and companies and entities. So, asanteni sana, congratulations to all of you. I wish you well in your creativity. We have a great country. I am very proud to be a leader in Kenya, because it is very good to lead people who know what they want and they know how to get it. And all they need is just a little guidance, a little support, and they will do their thing and they will get this country great. That's why I am very proud that we are all moving together. We just signed the housing bill into law. And you know, God has a way of doing things. The piece of legislation we passed today is even better than the one we envisaged earlier. So those who went to court thinking that they will stop this, they have only helped us to make it better. So sometimes I think God uses your adversaries to work for you. Unaona vile Mungu anafanya kazi? He causes your adversaries to work for you. So this is great. We have, in this bill of today, we have a better ecosystem to work.